Another Death Row production. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else for.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It's the Empire. I'm your host Risky. Happy Friday to all. It is July 17th. We are back to it. It feels good to be back. I know Sunday we did hit on our ladder play, so we have like a over $40 bet we're placing here today. But it's the official start of the second season, and you guys already know the rules. It's on to the next one. We have a full slate of baseball here on tap today. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook, the link is down in the description. Sign up with them. The first week is free. Also, at the end of the video, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, first game up, we got the Rays in Boston taking on the Red Sox. We got Jax on the mount for the Rays. We got Bennett on the mount for the Sox. Alright, getting into this one here, the first thing we need to pay attention to, these two teams will be playing a doubleheader here today. Not to mention they got the 2 weekend games, Saturday and Sunday, they got to face each other again. It's essentially a 4-game series. I do not see these two teams trying to fully deplete their bullpen here today. In this first game with Jax and Bennett on the mount, I can see both of the managers leaving both of these starting pitchers out there an inning longer than they should be. In this game here today, we got Griffin Jax on the mount for the Rays. He had a really good first half. Finished the first half with a 3.47 ERA, 123 whip. He is a breaking ball pitcher, off-speed pitcher, primarily throws the slider and the changeup. This Red Sox lineup does struggle to hit both of those pitches this season. Now, doing the overall breakdown for Jax, he is going to be seeing a Red Sox lineup stacked with lefties. Not to mention the last 2 weeks before the All-Star break, this Red Sox lineup was absolutely crushing right-handed pitching. I can see Jax coming out here today having a decent game, going about 6-7 innings, giving up 2 runs before he turns it over to this highly inconsistent Tampa Bay Rays bullpen. This Rays bullpen for the first half finished with an ERA sitting close to 5. I do see the arms available today. Both of the, everybody's rested, so I see the arms coming out the pen, having a good outing in the first game. I can see them coming in after Griffin Jax leaves about the 7th inning, coming in this game, shutting the door on the Red Sox bats. On the other side, we got the left-handed pitcher Bennett on the mount, another guy that was really surprising for the Red Sox this season. Finished the first half with a 2.64 ERA, 0.94 whip, has really good strikeout to walk ratio. Here today, Bennett is going to be seeing a Tampa Bay Rays lineup stacked with left-handed bats. This Rays lineup continues to struggle to hit lefties. Mind you, you still got Diaz and Caminero at the top of this lineup. Bennett's hard hit rate coming into this game sitting at 42%. He does give up a lot of hard hit, sharply hit balls, not necessarily home runs, but a lot of extra base hits. In this game for Bennett, I can see him struggling a bit, going about 5-6 innings, giving up 3 runs, turning it over to a Red Sox bullpen that's in a very good spot to come in, possibly give up another run, but nothing too crazy. This game is out in Boston. Ballpark Pal has this game rated as the 3rd best offensive game on the schedule. We have about 8-mile-per-hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Red Sox are the betting odds favorites in this game, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the under 8.5 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Andy Diaz of the Rays for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Dodgers in New York taking on the Yankees. We got Roki Sasaki on the mount for the Dodgers. We got Garrett Cole on the mount for the Yankees. Alright, getting into this game here, we got Roki on the mount for the Dodgers. I don't know if you guys remember, towards the ending of May, he had like a 3-game stretch where he was playing really well. He was going past the 6th inning, only giving up a run or so. But then once again, he got back to his regular self. Finished the first half with an ERA sitting at 5.33, whip sitting close to 140. For the first half, he had a hard hit rate sitting at 44%. This is a guy that walks a bunch of batters, a guy that struggles with left-handed bats. Today, he's going to be seeing a Yankees lineup that's stacked with lefties, that's able to draw a lot of walks, not to mention this Yankees team that was slumping for the whole July, towards the end of June, towards the beginning of July. They actually, that last series before the All-Star break, the bats came alive again. We started to see this Yankees lineup put up a bunch of runs. Here today, seeing Roki, a guy that's been terrible for the whole first half. I'm expecting him to get hit up in this game. Very hitter-friendly weather out there in Yankee Stadium. I see Roki going about 4-5 innings, giving up 3 to 4 runs before he turns it over to this Dodgers bullpen that had been playing very inconsistent, if not bad, right before the break. I could see the arms coming out the pen though today, coming in this game, giving up another run, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Garrett Cole on the mount for the Yankees. Started off his season, had a 3-game stretch where he was looking good, but then the wheels fell off the bus for Garrett Cole. The hard hit rate went up, the barrel rate went up, walking a bunch of batters. The splits versus lefties he really started to struggle with left-handed bats. Just like Roki, he's going to be seeing a lineup here today stacked with lefties. But this Dodgers lineup right before the All-Star break had been terrible. They had not been hitting the ball for like a 2-week stretch. They got swept by the Diamondbacks right before the All-Star break. So coming into this game, this is a Dodgers team that needs to get back right. Seeing Garrett Cole, who they can hit, they do match up very well against them. Guys like Ohtani and Freddie Freeman match up really well against Cole. I'm expecting Cole to go about 6 innings, give up 2 to 3 runs before he turns it over to this Yankees bullpen that's they're rested, but they've been playing well overall in the month of July. I can see them coming in, giving up another run as well, but nothing too crazy. Looking at the weather here, Ballpark Pal has the first half of this game, when I'm looking at the breakdown for I want to say the first 5 innings, the wind will be blowing out. But around, I want to say what would be projected the 6th inning, the wind starts to blow in. About 2 hours into this game, the winds from the outfield start to blow in, but only a small gust of wind in Yankee Stadium. That's not really going to affect anything. Let's get to the picks. The Dodgers are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the New York Yankees on the money line. The game total set at 9. I really like the over 9 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Ben Rice of the Yankees to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Pirates in Cleveland taking on the Guardians. We got Jarrett Jones on the mount for the Pirates. We got Gavin Williams on the mount for the Guardians. Alright, getting into this one here, we got the young pitcher Jarrett Jones on the mount for the Pirates. He was a highly touted prospect before they brought him up. As of right now, he has a 4.37 ERA. That does not look impressive, but when you look at the whip is sitting at 114. That's really good. Then when you look at the level of competition the young pitcher was seeing before the break, he had to see the Braves, Phillies, and Dodgers in a 3-game stretch. He does struggle a bit with lefties, but here today he's going to be seeing a Guardians lineup. They are stacked with lefties, but they're still a mediocre lineup when it comes to hitting right-handed pitching. When I look at Jarrett Jones's pitch mix against this lineup, Jones loves to throw that fastball, high velocity pitcher, pitches for a lot of contact, a lot of pop fly outs. Here today in Cleveland, in this ballpark, that's something that's going to benefit him. It's going to have a small gust of wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. That's, like I said, it's going to benefit pop fly pitchers. I'm expecting Jarrett Jones to come out here today and have a really good outing. Go about 6-7 innings where he gives up a run, if not 2, before he turns it over to this terrible Pirates bullpen. I see the arms coming out the pen for the Pirates coming in this game, giving up another 2 to 3 runs. On the other side, we got Gavin Williams on the mount for the Guardians. He was really good to finish off the first half. This is a strikeout pitcher. He's at his best when he's able to work the Ks. He's averaging 11 Ks per 9 innings, top 10 in the league when it comes to overall strikeouts. Today, he's going to be seeing a Pittsburgh Pirates lineup, top 10 overall when it comes to strikeouts. So that is something that's going to benefit Gavin Williams. He doesn't walk a lot of batters, does struggle a bit with lefties. The top half of this Pirates lineup does have a bunch of lefties, not to mention Gavin Williams' hard hit rate sitting at 47%. He is prone to giving up the home run. I can see that being something that works against him here today. My overall expectation for Williams, he goes about 6 to 7 innings, gives up 3 runs before he turns it over to a really good Indians bullpen. And I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. Why did I just say Indians? A really good Guardians bullpen. A good Guardians bullpen. I like the arms coming out this Guardians bullpen to come in this game. Maybe give up another run, but nothing too crazy. Looking at the weather here today, yeah, like I said, it's going to be a bit more on the pitcher-friendly side. We got close to 8-mile-per-hour winds blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Guardians are the betting odds favorites in this game, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the over 7.5 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Brian Reynolds of the Pirates for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Texas Rangers in Atlanta taking on the Braves. We got Quantrell on the mount for the Rangers. We got Chris Sale on the mount for the Braves. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Quantrill on the mount for the Rangers. He had been working out of the bullpen for most of the season for the Rangers. Then towards the end of June, they put him as a starter. He made 3 starts as a starter. He looked really impressive in those games. Had a 1.80 ERA, 0.87 whip. The one thing I gotta pay attention to with Quantrill, his hard hit rate sitting at 45%. Struggles with left-handed bats here today. He's gonna be seeing a Braves lineup that is stacked with lefties. Granted, for the last, I want to say 3, if not 4 weeks before the break, this team had been towards the bottom of the league in all offensive categories. The bats went ice cold, but here today, seeing Quantrill, I can see them getting back active. I do like the matchup for this Braves lineup versus Quantrill. The velocity is only sitting around 94-95 miles per hour. This Braves lineup matches up very well against them. I'm expecting them to put up a bunch of runs on him. My overall expectation for Quantrill, he goes 5 innings, gives up 3 if not 4 runs before he turns it over to our Rangers bullpen. One of the best in the game. I see them coming in, giving up another run, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Chris Sale on the mount for the Braves. This guy has been dominant this season. 2.20 ERA, 1.10 whip. Hard hit rate on the season sitting at 33%. In this game here today, he's going to be seeing a Rangers lineup stacked with left-handed bats. Chris Sale has very good splits versus lefties. This Rangers team overall on the season had been struggling with lefties, facing left-handed pitching, but towards the beginning of July, they had a 2-week stretch right before the All-Star break where they were crushing left-handed pitching. Granted, when I look at the names of those lefties, they're not in the caliber of Chris Sale. I can see Sale coming out here today dealing against this Rangers lineup. My overall expectation, he goes 7 innings, gives up a run before he turns it over to a Braves bullpen. Still one of the best in the bigs as well. I see them coming in this game, shutting down these Rangers bats. This game is out in Atlanta. We have a small gust of wind, about 6 miles per hour, blowing from the diamond to the outfield, making it a bit more hitter-friendly. Ballpark Pal has this game with a +5 home run percentage. Let's get to the picks. The Braves are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total is set at 8. I got this a 4-2 game for the Braves. I like the under 8 total runs here today. For the player prop, I'm taking Matt Olson of the Braves to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the White Sox in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. We got Anthony K on the mount for the White Sox. We got Spencer Miles on the mount for the Blue Jays. Alright, getting into this game here, we got the left-handed pitcher Anthony K on the mount for the White Sox. He's been very inconsistent this season. The one thing I pay attention to with him, on the road versus at-home splits. At home, he has an ERA sitting close to 3.60. On the road this season, he has an ERA sitting close to 5. His ERA for the year sitting at 4.23, whip sitting at 1.40. Like I said, all the numbers go up significantly in his road games. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Blue Jays lineup stacked with right-handed bats. Anthony K is struggling with righties this season. Not to mention, when I do his pitch mix breakdown, he's throwing that fastball slider combo. There is a bunch of guys like George Springer, Okamoto, and Vlad all match up well against him. I'm expecting one of those 3 to take him yard in this game. My overall expectation for K, he goes 5 innings, gives up 3 if not 4 runs before he turns it over to a really good White Sox bullpen. I see the arms coming out the pen for the White Sox coming in this game, giving up another run, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Spencer Miles on the mount for the Blue Jays. He's been working primarily out of the bullpen. We have seen him as a starter before, but this season he's primarily been working out of the bullpen. He's looked good in that role. 2.85 ERA, 1.10 whip. Here today, he's going to be seeing a White Sox lineup stacked with left-handed bats. This White Sox lineup does hit right-handed pitching very well, but we talk about this team offensively all the time. When they're at home, just like Anthony K, they're a dominant offense. On the road, they become a bit more mediocre. Looking at the overall breakdown for Spencer Miles, I can see him going about 4 innings, giving up 2 runs before he turns it over. All the bullpens arrested, but a really good Blue Jays bullpen. They started to catch themselves in the last 2 weeks before the break. I like the arms available for the Jays to come in here today and shut down these White Sox bats. This game is going to be up in Toronto. There's really not going to be no weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. Blue Jays are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the over 8.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Vlad Jr. of the Blue Jays to hit a home run today. Alright, next up, we got Miami and Milwaukee taking on the Brewers. We got Sandy Alcantara on the mount for the Marlins. We got Logan Henderson on the mount for the Brewers. Alright, getting into this game here, we got Sandy Alcantara on the mount for the Marlins. This guy's really having a bounce back season, especially when you compare what he did last year. He looked absolutely terrible last season. Finished the first half with a 3.99 ERA, 122 whip. Is a sinker ball pitcher, had a really good ground ball rate as well. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Brewers offense top 5 in the majors when it comes to hitting right-handed pitching. Not to mention, like I said, Sandy's a sinker ball pitcher. His two primary pitches, the fastball and the sinker. This Brewers lineup matches up very well against them. I'm expecting Sandy to struggle a bit in this game. Go about 5-6 innings, give up 3 to 4 runs before he turns it over to our Marlins bullpen. That's in a very good spot to come in, still give up another run, but shut down these Brewers bats. On the other side, we got Logan Henderson. This will be his second start back from injury. He made his first start back last week against the Cardinals. Looked decent in that game. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Marlins offense. They have also been crushing right-handed pitching. Granted, they start to cool off a bit right before the break, but in the last 30 games played, this Marlins offense is a top 10 offense versus righties as well, stacked with left-handed bats. But on the road this season, their numbers really drop. I'm expecting here today in the Dome for Logan Henderson to come out and have a decent game. Go about 5-6 innings where he gives up 2 runs, turns it over to a Brewers bullpen, still one of the best bullpens in the majors. I see the arms coming out the pen for the Brewers coming in this game, shutting down these Marlins bats. This game is out in Milwaukee in the Dome, so no weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Brewers are the betting odds favorites for this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8. I do like the over 8 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Bryce Terang of the Brewers for 2 total bases. Next game up, we got the Twins in Chicago taking on the Cubs. We got Bailey Ober on the mound for Minnesota. We got Colin Ray on the mound for the Cubs. Alright, getting into this game here, we got Bailey Ober on the mound for the Twins. This guy has been highly inconsistent for Minnesota this season. Will have 2 bad starts in a row, throwing a good start, then continue that cycle. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Cubs lineup. At home, the Cubs have been one of the better home offenses all season up to this point. Not to mention, Bailey Ober struggles in his road starts. He's going to be seeing a Cubs lineup stacked with lefties, 6 projected left-handed bats in the lineup here today. Bailey Ober's hard hit rate coming into this game sitting at 47%. He's averaging 1.4 home runs per 9 innings. It's going to be extremely hitter-friendly weather out there in Chicago. I'm expecting Bailey to struggle in this game here today. Go about 5 innings, give up 3 to 4 runs before he turns it over to this Twins bullpen. That is terrible. I see the arms coming out the pen for the Twins coming in this game, giving up another 2 runs. On the other side, we got Colin Ray. He also has been highly inconsistent for the Cubs this season. 4.75 ERA, 150 whip. But at home this year, he has an ERA sitting at 3.40. This, like I said, the Cubs offense has been much better at home as well. So has most of their starting pitchers. Ray being one of the main guys, has excellent home splits. Here today, he's going to be facing a Minnesota Twins lineup. Finished the first half as a top 5 team versus right-handed pitching. Not to mention the Twins offensively are much better on the road this season. I can see Colin Ray coming out here today, giving up a home run or 2. He also averages 1.2 home runs per 9 innings. I'm expecting him to struggle against this Twins lineup. You got Byron Buxton, Cody Clemens hitting the ball very well. Brooks Lee also matches up very well against Colin Ray. I'm expecting him to go 5 innings, give up 3 runs before he turns it over to this Cubs bullpen. Another inconsistent part of this Cubs lineup has been their bullpen of late. I see the arms available for Chicago coming in this game, giving up another run or so. Looking at the weather, extremely hitter friendly. We have 10-mile-per-hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Ballpark Pal has this game rated with a +30 home run percentage. Let's get to the picks. The Cubs are the betting odds favorites in this game here today. I'm not super confident in the play. I'm leaning towards the Cubs, but I can actually see the Twins winning this game. Like I said, it's not a huge confident play. It's a slight lean towards the Chicago Cubs on the money line. The game total set at 10.5. I really like the over 10.5 total runs here today. For the player prop, I do like PCA of the Cubs to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Reds in Colorado taking on the Rockies. We got Singer on the mound for the Reds. We got Hughes on the mound for the Rockies. Alright, getting into this game here, we got Brady Singer on the mound for the Reds. Looking at the last month of work for Singer, he's actually had some decent outings in the last month, but overall, still terrible. ERA sitting close to 5, whip sitting close to 2. Coming into this game, he's one of the pitchers that gives up the most home runs in the majors, As of this point, he's given up over 20 home runs. That's top 3 in the majors. Hard hit rate sitting at 48%. This is a sinker ball pitcher, a guy that pitches for a lot of contact. We always talk about it. You never want to be a sinker baller with a hard hit rate up above 44%. That's the max you could reach before you're just giving up home runs all the time, like Brady Singer's doing. Not to mention, all of his decent starts that I was talking about he had in the last months has come at home. On the road, his ERA's up above 6. In Colorado here today, a guy, like I said, that needs movement on his pitches, needs the sinker to move to be successful, is going to be in Colorado, where in order to be successful, you need to be a fastball pitcher. This Colorado Rockies lineup has been crushing right-handed pitching. They've been a much better home offense than on the road. Everything lines up for Brady Singer to get squashed in this game. My overall expectations, he goes 4 to 5 innings, gives up 4 to 5 runs, turns it over to Reds bullpen that surprisingly has been playing much better in the last 30 days. I still see the arms coming in this game, giving up another run or so, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got the young pitcher Hughes on the mound for Colorado. He had been one of the Rockies' higher touted prospects when it comes to pitching. He made his first start last week against the Dodgers, pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, did strike out 7 batters in that game. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Reds lineup that is a top 10 team in the majors when it comes to striking out. That is something that's going to benefit Hughes, but in the last 2 weeks, right before the break, we did see this Reds lineup really start to come around when it comes to hitting right-handed pitching. Ellie De La Cruz is heating up. You still got Steer that matches up very well against Hughes. I'm expecting Hughes to have a similar start to the game against the Dodgers last week. Goes 6 innings, gives up 3 runs, turns it over to this terrible Rockies bullpen. I see the arms available for the Rockies coming in this game, giving up another run or so. Looking at the weather, the most hitter-friendly game on the schedule, plus 35% home run percentage. Let's get to the picks. The Rockies, surprisingly, are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I do like them on the money line. The game total is set at 12. I do like the over 12 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Mickey Moniak of the Rockies to hit a home run today. Next game up, we got the Dodgers in Los Angeles taking on the Angels. We got Melton on the mount for the Tigers. We got Detmers on the mount for the Angels. Alright, getting into this one here, we got the young pitcher Troy Melton on the mount for the Tigers. This guy looks like he's going to be an ace for the Tigers one day. He was dominant in the first half of the season, comes into the second half with a 1.82 ERA, whip sitting at 0.85, has really good strikeout to walk ratio, hard hit rate sitting at 28%. Here today, he's going to be seeing an Angels lineup stacked with right-handed bats. Only 2 lefties is projected in the lineup. The young pitcher Melton has very good numbers versus righties. Not to mention that this Angels lineup is a bottom 10 team in the majors when it comes to hitting right-handed pitching. Troy Melton is averaging 8 Ks per 9 innings. This Angels lineup is a top 5 team in the majors when it comes to striking out. A lot of this is lining up for Melton to come out here today and have a really good game. Go 7 innings, give up a run, turn it over to a Tigers bullpen that's been playing very well right before the break. I like the arms that's going to come out the pen for the Tigers to come in this game, shut down these Angels bats. On the other side, we got Reed Detmers on the mount for the Angels. He started off the season, he was looking really strong. He had a stretch of games where he was getting lit up. Right before the break, though, he was getting hit up. He had 2 starts in a row where he pitched 8 innings combined. Between those 2 starts, he gave up 12 runs total. In this game here today, fortunately for Reed Detmers, he's going to be seeing a Tigers lineup that's just average, very mediocre when it comes to hitting lefties. Not to mention their numbers drop significantly in their road games. I can see Reed Detmers, a guy that's at his best when he's able to work the Ks, coming out here today facing a Tigers lineup that's also been striking out a lot in their last few starts. I could see Reed Detmers coming out here today having a quality start, going about 6 innings, giving up 2 runs before he turns it over to this terrible Angels bullpen. I see the arms coming out this Angels bullpen coming in this game, giving up another run or so. Looking at the weather, it's going to be a bit more on the pitcher friendly side. We have a small gust of wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. This season, this stadium has played for a bit more on the pitcher friendly side. Let's get to the picks. The Tigers are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the under 8.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Dylan Dingler of the Tigers for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Nationals in Sacramento taking on the Athletics. We got Cade Cavalli on the mount for the Nats. We got Gage Jump on the mount for the Athletics. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Cade Cavalli on the mount for the Nationals. We said it at the beginning of the season, he would solidify himself as the ace for the Nationals this season. He's definitely done that up to this point. 3.80 ERA, 135 whip, has really good strikeout to walk ratio. The one thing I don't like for him, he struggles in his road games. This season, the road ERA is up above 470. Here today in Sacramento, an extremely hitter-friendly environment. He's going to be seeing an Athletics lineup that has been terrible before the break. I don't know if you guys remember, we're currently on a win streak on our ladder play. We had just been fading the Athletics for like the last week. They come into this game on a 6-game losing streak. Back at home, where the bats do, of course, play much better, but they're down their best bat, in my opinion, and Nick Kurtz still not in the lineup. They got Soderstrom back, but against Cade Cavalli, you want those power lefties. You're only gonna have Langoliers at the top of that lineup, which is gonna really benefit Cade Cavalli. My overall expectation, he goes about 6 to 7 innings, gives up 2 to 3 runs here today before he turns it over to Nationals bullpen. Got some decent arms available to come in, still give up another run, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got the young pitcher Gage Jump on the mount for the Athletics. He's had some really impressive outings in the first half up to this point, but at the same time, he has gotten lit up in a few of those games. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Nationals lineup, still top 5 team in the majors when it comes to hitting left-handed pitching. Not to mention, this Nats lineup really hits much better in their road games this season. I'm expecting in this small ballpark, Gage Jump, a guy that walks a bit of batters, to struggle. Walk a few batters, give up a long ball, which will, pile up to those 2-3 run home runs that he'll be giving up. My overall expectation, he struggles in this game. Goes about 4 to 5 innings, gives up 4 to 5 runs. Turns it over to this Athletics bullpen, still one of the worst in the majors. I see the arms coming out, this Athletics bullpen coming in, giving up another 2 to 3 runs. Ballpark Pal has this game rated with a plus 33% home run percentage. We have 12 to 15 mile per hour winds blown from the diamond to the outfield. In this small ballpark, that's going to add up to a bunch of runs. Let's get to the picks. The odds makers have this game as a dead even pick'em spot. -108, -108, and I like the Washington Nationals here today on the money line. The game total set at 10. I do like the over 10 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Curtis Mead of the Nationals to hit a home run today. And our final game of the day, we got the Giants in Seattle taking on the Mariners. We got Landon Rupp on the mount for the Giants. We got Bryce Miller on the mount for the Mariners. Alright, getting into this game here, we got Landon Rupp on the mount for the Giants. He's been a bit inconsistent this season. He's had some good outings, but overall very inconsistent. 4.27 ERA, 130 whip. Has a very good ground ball rate, good strikeout to walk ratio as well. Here today, he's going to be facing a Seattle Mariners lineup that had really been struggling before the break. Granted, the very last game before the All-Star break, they put up 8 runs, but right before that, it had been a 2-week stretch where this team was batting 190 as a unit for, like I said, over 14 games in a row. They were struggling to hit right-handed pitching despite being loaded with lefties. They're still down J-Rod. Looking at the matchup here today for Landon Rupp, does struggle a bit with lefties, but his 2 primary pitches is the fastball and the curve. This Mariners lineup is towards the bottom of the league when it comes to hitting the curveball this season. That is Landon Rupp's best pitch overall. I can see Rupp having a good outing here today, going about 6 innings where he gives up 2 runs before he turns it over to this terrible Giants bullpen. I see the arms coming out the pen for the Giants coming in this game, giving up another run. On the other side, we got Bryce Miller on the mount. This guy has been really good this season, especially in his home games. On the year, he has a 2.18 ERA, 0.87 whip, but in his home games, he has an ERA sitting at 1.90. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Giants lineup that's been playing very inconsistent in the last 2 weeks, especially versus right-handed pitching. I'm expecting Bryce Miller, a guy that has very good strikeout to walk ratio, come out here today and deal against this Giants lineup. Go about 5-6 innings where he gives up a run. There was only one guy that matches up well against him, believe it or not. That is Jung-Ho Lee. And Casey Schmidt, I guess, could hit the fastball, but other than that, I don't see Bryce Miller having a problem with anybody else in this Giants lineup besides those 2 guys. My overall expectation for Miller, he goes 6 to 7 innings, gives up a run before he turns it over to this Mariners bullpen. Still one of the best in the bigs. I see the arms for the Mariners coming in this game, shutting down these Giants bats. Looking at the weather, Ballpark Pal has this rated as the lowest offensive game on the schedule. We have wind blowing from side to side in this ballpark that usually favors the pitcher. Let's get to the picks. The Mariners are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total is set at 7. I do like the under 7 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Cal Raleigh of the Mariners for 2 total bases today. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves on Sunday. Our ladder play did come through for us. The payout was $45.15. So today we'll be wagering that $45.15 on the Atlanta Braves on the run line. We're getting them at plus 108. This is our ladder play of the day. Next up, we have a 3-leg home run parlay we're playing here today. We're going to start it off with Ben Rice of the Yankees. We're then going to play Matt Olson of the Atlanta Braves, and we wrap up the parlay with Mickey Moniak of the Colorado Rockies, a $10 3-leg home run parlay. Next up, we have a 3-leg parlay we're playing here today. We're going to start it off with the Yankees on the money line. We're then going to play the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line, and we wrap up the parlay with the Tigers Angels game total to go under 8.5 total runs. And our final bet of the day will be another 3-leg parlay on moneyline picks. We started off with the Colorado Rockies on the money line. We're then going to play the Detroit Tigers on the money line, and we wrap up the parlay with the Washington Nationals on the money line. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. It's Friday, we made it. Let's kick the second half of this season off right. Let's start it off with a bang. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. Hope we all win some money here today, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.